And now it's time for the Ask the Angry Ninja Show. Alright, it's the Ask the Angry Ninja Show. What?
Bum, bum, bum.
More dramatic. Bum, bum, bum. She's like, we're bringing the drama today.
We're bringing the boom.
I mean, we're bringing up a concept that is so likely to make so many people question us and comment and make them mad.
I don't think people get mad. Everybody has their own vision of something.
Right, which is why they make them mad, because they won't agree with their vision, and they're going to tell us how wrong we are.
Please do. And give us better suggestions.
Right, I'll take the suggestions. The big problem with this is I have to give both movies some credit on some of the people they picked. No, we're only doing one movie right now. We're doing another movie later. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
So what we've decided to do, because we've talked a lot about movies, and we really haven't watched anything new here lately. I mean, I watched The 10 Rings, but you didn't watch it. So, yeah, we were going to do something that's been done a million times before and be done a million times in the future. But we're going to take some of our favorite movies that have large ensemble casts. That way there's enough to talk about. And recast them with actors that are currently active. And the first one we picked was the original Xmen movie, which I think came out in the 90s?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. And they did a really good job on some of the people they picked. Some of the other people, not so good. So we were going with people that are active right now on this day in 2021.
I almost said 2020.
Right, 2021, which matters. And I'm actually recasting it in my mind with maybe a slightly better script. Because the X-Men movie, they messed some things up that were big.
Well, whatever.
No, they messed up one thing that was massive. Do you remember what that was? I think I told you.
No.
So, Rogue's power was she touched people, she took their powers from them.
Yes.
There was one mutant in all the world that was immune to her that she could touch.
Who was that?
Magneto.
Did they get together?
Yeah, in the comics they dated and everything. So the one mutant in the world she couldn't take powers from was Magneto. And the whole plot of that first movie was Magneto using her to steal his powers.
Okay.
Isn't that just not like, that's like a plot hole you could drive a semi-truck through. Yeah, like, at one point in the comics, Rogue goes bad for a little while, so because she can go be with Magneto. And when she came back, they're like, yeah, you need to get laid, it's okay.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so we picked X-Men, and we're going to start with number one. We did Wolverine.
We did.
I like my choice better than yours. Of course I did. It's my choice.
I was torn. The first three people on this list, the characters on this list, they were kind of played perfectly. I struggled picking different people.
Yeah, picking a better Wolverine than Hugh Jackman is really hard, but I don't think Hugh Jackman can do it anymore.
I don't know. But there's this meme, and it's, I think it's the top 10 actors who could play Wolverine, and all 10 pictures are Hugh Jackman.
That's a good meme. They're wrong, but it's a good meme. I like your choice.
I think both the choices are good. I mean, I like yours a little bit better just because. I mean, but I love mine too.
Right. And you picked?
I picked Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
For Wolverine. I think that just works. It fits.
It fits. There's only one little bit of a problem, but I think it's the same problem I have with mine.
What?
Wolverine's only supposed to be like 5'4", 5'5".
So?
Yeah. So both of our choices were a little tall for the role. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, I think he would be perfect as. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can agree. He has that grunge, dirt look, especially. Yeah, which is why, if it wasn't for a TV show we watched, I wouldn't have made my choice.
And you were talking about The Witcher.
I am The Witcher as Henry Cavill. Because you look at him as Superman, like Superman can't be Wolverine.
He's pretty.
That don't work. He's. And then you see him as the Witcher. I'm like, okay, well, he can work.
Right?
Yeah, never mind.
Like, I like your choice and like my choice, and I think either one could work. But at the end of the day, Hugh Jackman is always going to be my Wolverine.
You say that.
Until someone else comes along.
Well, somebody else is coming along. It's being picked by Marvel.
Who?
They haven't announced it yet. Well,
and Marvel's really good about picking.
Yeah. So as much as I like Hugh Jackman, with
Wouldn't it be some crap if they brought back Hugh Jackman?
Right. He said he won't do it no more.
Aw.
Well, he has a really good reason.
He's old?
He said it's old and the amount of work it takes for him to stay in that kind of shape, to do that kind of movie, he just doesn't have it anymore.
Sad times.
It happens. He's like, my body can't handle the steroids anymore, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't actually say steroids, but I'm just saying steroids.
I don't think he's a steroid person.
You know, I think, whatever, to get ready for that role, for that pitch,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think it's just like really, really hard work.
Well, see, and that could be, but sometimes you see him in movies when he's not Wolverine, and you're like, he is so tiny. He puts on like 40 pounds of muscle for that role. So, yeah, no. Alright. And you went with Professor X.
I went with, now, I'm going with now. In 2021, he's older.
Right. Because this is, I love your choice for what he does, the next role he does.
Alan Cummings.
Was that the guy who played Pee Wee Herman?
No. No, that's not Pee Wee Herman.
It looks like him a little bit.
No. If you watch the original Spy Kids, he is the one that makes the glue things. If you watch Josie and the Pussycats, he is the bad guy trying to brainwash the world. I mean...
If you watch X-Men 2, he was Nightcrawler.
I did not know that when I picked him. If you watch Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, he is the nerdy dude that had the biggest crush on Michelle and then gets her name.
Yeah, you can't tell it's him with all the plastic surgery makeup they put on.
But I think, and especially now that he's older, I think he could be a good Professor X.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree. He has the look. Not who I picked, but yeah, no. He could pull it off.
I think he could.
He could.
I think he could.
And I'm torn because I don't know Alan Cumming could pull off the role acting-wise.
I think he could.
Because everything I saw him in was a sillier role. So I have trouble seeing him pull off the seriousness of a Professor
but the thing
X.
with him is, in my mind, he's up there like, okay, what's a good... Okay, so Robin Williams, everybody knows him as comedy, right? But then you go back and look at his serious things, like 1 Hour Photo, Good Will Hunting, and it pulls off.
Yeah.
I think he could do that.
All right, and he very well could. And if he can, great for the role. I'm just saying, when I see him, I see the dude from Spy Kids. That's what pops in my head. So I went with somebody who pulls off serious really well. I just know we can pay him enough to shave his head.
I just don't think that. I don't know. I can't see it.
I can see him with a shaved head. Oh yeah, and that's Daniel Craig. Yes. And just to make it better, we'll have Professor X drink a martini halfway through the movie.
I say shaken, not stirred.
Yes. I think Daniel Craig can pull it off. I think shave his head. I think he's in there.
I don't know. I don't see him as a Professor X.
He has the quiet intensity that Professor X is supposed to have. He can sit there and make judgy faces like nobody's business.
We'll agree to disagree.
Oh, I'm not never put judgy faces. Daniel Craig, the seriousness, he's got that. He's got that. All right. I love your choice for Magneto.
Right?
Like, he needs to put on some serious weight in the gym, but yeah.
Right?
I like my choice better, but your choice, I don't know. I think your choice would make a funner movie.
Right. So I picked Hugh Laurie, and if you don't know who that is, then you've never seen the show House.
Right.
Or the movie Stuart Little, or a bunch of other things.
Yeah, he's done a lot. He was originally part of a British, I do believe it was British, comedy duo. And then he came to America and left his partner behind and started doing House. But yeah.
I mean, you take the sarcasm and stuff from House, bring over to the serious and all that of Magneto, put those two together, I think it would be amazing.
I mean, I think it would make for a good movie. I went more sinister with mine.
I don't know who yours is.
It's Voldemort.
Oh, I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
I know he's playing a bunch of things I've seen, but I never remember his name.
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes. I'm probably not saying his last name correctly, but yeah, Voldemort. I went for the dark.
I could see that though.
Magneto, like, yeah.
I could see that.
Right?
I still like mine better.
I mean, I can't disagree. Yours is pretty good. I almost stole it, or said I agreed with you. But,
you know what? You've already stole like one. So.
No, we agreed. Because sometimes some of us make really good choices. All right. Jean Grey. I don't agree with yours at all.
I know you don't. But I didn't want to take yours, so I had to come up with something. No. And I think she could actually do it too.
She could.
I think she could. So I picked Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes. And that's the Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
I'm sure she's done other thing else.
She has done other things.
I just only remember Jurassic World.
Most people will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she is Ron Howard's daughter.
We won't hold that against her.
We love Ron Howard. Happy Days. 1 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway, I think she'd be a good Jean.
I mean, she wouldn't be a bad one. I don't know.
You're so stuck on yours.
I have struggled with this one. I struggled with this one a lot. I actually got on the internet and looked at a list of all redheaded female actresses because I wanted it to not be a bad dye job like it was in the movie with the person they cast for the last one. I can't remember who it was. I wanted to look better, and I was like, look better, action star, long range of action, and more other stuff. Because, she did Doctor Who and was really good in that.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. So
Jumanji.
So I went with that wide range. That way they could really take the Jean Grey character and make it something more than what they did in those movies. She hardly did anything. They did a horrible job with her. Even when they made her the Dark Phoenix, they did a horrible job with her. Actually, it was ironic.
But who did you pick?
Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
When I was looking though and trying to decide, I saw an actress that was redheaded. I didn't know who she was. I'm like, she would be absolutely perfect. And I clicked it, and I went, never mind.
Okay.
Well, remember they recast that, tried to do the Dark Phoenix movie again?
Yeah.
It was her.
Okay.
I was just like, well, I guess I'm not the only one that thought she'd make a good Jean Grey. So I had to pick somebody else. But yeah, Karen Gillan, Doctor Who, the Nebula,
I like your pick. I just didn't want to share the pick because we have 2, 3 on this list we're sharing. So.
And one of those was by default because you just couldn't think of anybody because you don't really know the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? You tell me who's better for Cyclops than
Captain America himself.
Right? Chris Evans.
I think it's a perfect fit for him.
It really is. The good guy, good boy. And you can see Chris Evans taking away Karen Gillan and running off in the sunset.
He could take anyone away and run off in the sunset.
Even you, right?
Absolutely, truly.
You riding shield all the way there?
Something.
Alright, so this show gets the explicit tag.
I didn't say nothing.
You said enough. Your laugh said a lot. Alright. Here's honestly, the ultimate. Yeah. Like, somebody says there's a movie where he played a jerk bad guy.
Knives Out.
Huh?
Knives Out, he's a bad guy.
No, I said jerk bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a jerk in Knives Out.
He was kind of a jerk in Scott Pilgrim.
Somebody said he did like one of those high school movies where he was the jock and beat up the nerd. Yeah, it was one of those kind of things. But I just had trouble seeing that. And when I see Chris Evans, I'm like, oh yeah. The Boy Scouts have grown up and become real. Right? Scouts honor.
I joined the Boy Scouts.
You would join the Boy Scouts. That way you could... Never mind. I won't make the bad sleep
No,
with each other.
you won't make the bad joke.
I won't make the bad.
Anyway, y'all. We getting sidetracked here.
Yeah, now we have a real problem.
What?
We both agree that this actress is perfect for Storm. We talked about it.
But he can't say her name, and I
cannot. Lupita. She was really good in a bunch of...
she was really good in Black Panther. She was really good in...
Get Out?
Get Out, yes.
Yeah. Or in the one where she peeled off her face, what was that movie? Anyway. Yeah, she is amazing. She was the love interest / ex-girlfriend in Black Panther.
I didn't think they were exes on Black Panther.
Yeah.
I thought they just were busy.
Well, busy to the point where they were exes. Yeah. She wanted to be a super spy, and he wanted to keep being the prince in Black Panther. Can't blame him. It's a good role.
Yeah, they were so cute together.
But yeah, I mean, and honestly, we were actually torn between her and the head bodyguard.
Yes.
But I felt like that was a little too intense because Storm's not supposed to be.
I do like her though.
She's perfect, and she's the perfect Storm. Like it hits it everywhere I want it to be. The top.
See, I was torn between her and she played Suri. But I thought she was a little too young for a Storm.
For a Storm, yeah. So we need a few more years, and
now if we're going to the other X-Men where they were younger, then I'd switch those up.
Yeah, that would work.
But for this X-Men, she was too young.
Yes. And we totally agreed on that one. Okay. Yes. So you picked somebody for Rogue.
Yes, because the kid's been watching a lot of Percy Jackson, which made her fresh on my mind.
Right. Now, keep in mind, when I was thinking about this role, I wanted to do the real Rogue, not the Rogue version they had in the movie. Which Rogue was a southern fried green tomato, grits, smack in the mouth, had the power of flight and super strength and pretty much invulnerability on top of the ability to drain your powers, and was just, as southern as sweet tea. Like, she was that.
Love me some sweet tea!
And whenever I see that's the Rogue I think of. And so when I cast, I was thinking about that, not the teenage frightened.
Well, I wasn't thinking about teenage frightened when I picked this girl. When I picked this girl, again, because we've been watching a lot of Percy Jackson, because she was kind of like the strong kind of badass in Percy Jackson. I mean, she was the daughter of Athena. I mean, she,
Yeah.
So that's why I thought her for Rogue.
And her name is what?
Alexandria, I don't know.
D-A-D-D-I, Dario?
Dario,
yeah.
I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I went another way.
You did.
And I went this way for the next couple of ones, except for one. I went with straight up athletes who I would hope could pull off the acting part. And I went with Paige Von Sant. And she is an MMA fighter who quit doing MMA so she could do bare knuckle boxing.
Okay.
Yeah. And Harry has a little bit of a southern accent. All built up. Still feminine but muscular. And I just, when I look at the old X-Men cartoon where I really grew up with the X-Men, she's that one. And she'd have to dye her hair, but hey, whatever. I think she would actually, she has the look. Hopefully she can pull off the acting part. Don't know if she can act. Just be honest. I know she can break your face. Like if I was going down an alleyway and she said she was going to beat me up, I would run away. I'm just saying.
You wouldn't?
I would run away. She's scared me. Alright. I don't know who has a better saber tooth.
I think I do.
That is a tough call.
No, I think mine is for one reason only.
What?
Because his face.
Right? But no, mine's good.
No. Yours has like a main hero face.
No, no.
Yes.
You haven't seen the pictures of him as the Crow.
It doesn't matter. It's still pretty. So.
He's almost wore Coke. All right.
It's Dr. Pepper, actually.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, for Sabretooth, you picked...
David Harbour.
Yes. Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Most recently, he was the dad, not dad, in Black Widow. Yeah, the Red Guardian.
The Russian Captain America.
Yeah, and that beard and that scruffiness and that kind of looks like he's getting ready to transform into it. That's why I picked him, because he already has that look. And we know he can act.
Yeah, no, great actor.
And he would be great as a Sabretooth.
He would be great as a Sabretooth. I'm not going to disagree with you there. I'm not saying he'd be bad.
I think you're just disagreeing because you didn't think of him first.
No, because I could have changed it and said I agree with you.
No, you already had it wrote down. You didn't want to change it. You didn't want me to know I was better.
I don't know. I went with your Wolverine. I went with Jason Momoa.
See, mine works better as Wolverine than a Sabretooth. Like, Jason Momoa is a Wolverine because he's got that. But
it's Sabretooth's brother.
Okay, so they brothers, and one's prettier than the other. That's why my pick is better.
Neither one of them are supposed to be judged by pretty. Way to objectify us.
You know what? That's why they pick the characters they pick. That's why they cast the people they cast, because you know.
Yeah,
just like how many scenes are in Avengers showing, I don't know, the backside of Black Widow.
Not nearly as many as scenes that you're seeing Thor with his shirt off.
Just saying, everybody gets a little objectified.
Yeah, there are more shirtless men in the Marvel movies than any butts.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. Like Chris Evans actually complained about it. He's like, he told me that's why he went to the fat suit Thor. Because he was tired of them. Like,
I'm so glad they did the fat suit. That's my favorite Thor now.
Yeah, he said he didn't mind it in the first movie because it worked with the script. That he was confused and changing and being, all that. He goes, when they made him do it in the second one, he was like, okay, whatever. And then they found an excuse to work it into the third movie, and it wasn't in the script.
That's ridiculous.
And he's like, I'm over this. This is crap. So yeah.
I'm so glad they did fat suit Thor though.
Right, this was awesome. Dad about Thor. But no. The reason Jason Momoa caught me for Sabretooth, for one, the scruffiness, the look, he has it.
Yeah.
But there's a meme of him walking with his two bodyguards.
Yes, I've seen this.
And his two bodyguards are both smaller. They're built, but they're smaller and in front of him. And it says something like, you've seen a different version of it, but I think the version I saw says something like, when an actor's walking with his two bodyguards and it looks like it's the two underlings you have to beat to get to the big boss.
Yeah, the one I seen says, whenever you think your job is useless, at least you ain't these two.
Right. And so this dude has the size, the bigness for Sabretooth. And he has the scruffiness look.
He does have that, but I think when it comes down to Sabretooth, I think my pick looks better for it.
I mean,
and especially in Black Widow with that scruffy beard and everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think he already looks like he's turned into Sabretooth.
He's already there.
Yeah.
But he can still fit his Red Guardian suit.
Yeah.
It's a little tight. It Alright. This one was a throwaway one for you. I'm not even going to pretend like you put it.
Yeah, because I didn't even know this character.
You didn't remember the movie very well.
I didn't.
He wasn't a super big character in the comics. That's Toad. Probably could have left him off the list altogether, but there were so few actual mutants in the first movie, I wanted to make sure we got them all. And that is Toad. And I went with Finn Balor. He's a wrestler. Toad was kind of a thin, athletic guy who could jump really high because, Toad. With messed up looking skin and a super long tongue, he could eat you and spit acid. Because that's what toads do. They spit acid. I don't know.
Well, the poisonous ones do.
Yeah. No, they spit poison, not acid.
Well,
It doesn't burn concrete.
that's true.
Yeah. But you know what? You're a mutant, whatever. And Finn Balor. Finn Balor plays... Well, Finn Balor's not even his real name, but the character Finn Balor, but he also does something where he transforms into the demon. And he does a weird walk into the ring and stuff. He has his whole head and chest painted with a big demon mouth. And he does... His finishing move is he gets on the top rope, jumps straight up in the air, and lands down on you with his feet, called the coup de grace. Like right in the chest. It's really impressive. He has the jump, and I thought it would look good for the scenes where Toad had to jump around.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's why I went descriptive as possible. That way you can get the mind picture. And Toad doesn't talk much because he's a toad. Nobody cares what he has to say. Okay. Mystique. This was a hard one for me.
It was a hard one for me too.
Because I kept wanting to say Jennifer Lawrence.
Right? Because she was a perfect Mystique.
And Rebecca Romijn-Stamos did a really good job.
And see, that's why it's so hard, because they did have two great choices for the younger version and the older version.
Yeah, no, they did a good job with Mystique. It was hard, but you picked a pretty good one too, especially coming off the Catwoman role.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I kind of thought about it. I picked Anne Hathaway as Mystique because she has the body type. Mm-hmm. We've seen her play Catwoman, which, I mean, is
similar
amazing.
fighting style.
Yeah.
So we want Anne Hathaway's stunt woman to play Mystique?
Yes. We want her stunt. They do. They are similar in so many ways.
Yeah, and she's a great actress for you, I know that.
I love Miss Anne Hathaway.
I mean, yeah, she can flip-flop from being the perfect little princess to the very next movie.
You know what? Sometimes I hate that movie, right?
What is that next movie?
The Princess Diaries.
Oh, you don't like the Princess Diaries?
No, I love the Princess Diaries, but sometimes I hate it because they do this big thing like she was this god-awful, ugly person. No, she wasn't. Stop lying. She had frizzy hair and glasses. You took it and put her in contacts and straightened her hair.
Oh, like what was the one with Rachel Lee Cook?
She's All That or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't ugly. Stop.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's wearing overalls with paint on them. How will we ever make her cute?
Right?
What?
Like, she's already cute. So you ain't doing miracles, so stop. Stop it. Stop.
You straightened her hair. Congratulations.
Right? If that's all it takes, I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to straighten my hair.
Honey, you're already cuter than a princess.
Well, I am. But still, I'm saying if that's all it is, I'm going to take my straightener, and I'm going to go out to the side of the road here, and I'll be like, you, come here.
You could do that already.
No, some people don't want straight hair.
Huh. Alrighty. And I went with
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
I don't think she has. I think she's too muscular.
Well, see, in the comics and stuff, she was.
But we're not going off the comic. You're going off that movie. You're
I'm
recasting the movie.
I'm recasting the movie, and I felt like they needed that in the movie. They needed to take more from the comics. That's why it's a recast.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've seen her try to act on WWE. I don't see it.
See, that's because she was trying to act like something that she wasn't trying to act so much as exemplify her UFC character. She's actually done a couple TV shows where she was totally acting as somebody else and did a really good job.
Well, I haven't seen those. All I seen was the WWE, and I was like, oh no, honey, don't. Please don't.
Yeah, that's because she was trying to act tough. When she was actually trying to be an actor and do the acting, not only did she do something amazingly tough while she was doing that, but didn't even break character and did a very good job. It was Lone Star 911. She played a firefighter or something. But so they're shooting a scene and they're supposed to open this window, close it, whatever, and they end up closing the window in her hand, punching, ripping off all the flesh from one of her fingers and breaking her finger, and it was all messed up. Didn't even flinch. Finished the scene, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm bleeding." When they said cut.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think she has the fighting and the stuff, and
well, maybe if I seen that show, but like I said,
if you're trying to base off the WWE 18, I can see why you think that's a total fail choice.
Yeah.
No, I got you on that one, but I thought she had the more of the look.
Yeah, maybe, probably.
Yeah.
No, I like Anne Hathaway. I really do.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying Anne Hathaway is a bad choice. It's a good choice. It's good. But which one could you convince to wear body paint?
Anne Hathaway. And Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a convincing.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey's already done it. Yeah. Okay. I think that was the hardest choice. How do you call them up like, hey, we want you to do this movie role. Make sure you're completely hairless.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, excuse me, you want me to do what? Just saying. That's got to be a hard casting call. And then how long does that take?
Right?
And that's the problem with all these movies like that. For the Mystique.
Well, you remember that show, Skin Wars? They give them, sometimes 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
So.
And that was rushing. They complained. Could you imagine that?
But not all that Mystique costume was like paint. Some of it was those little rubber things, too. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Your face said it.
They can't see my face.
But I can. I'm telling you to shut up on behalf of everybody.
I love you.
Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah.
But doesn't it more like glued down and then painted blue too to match?
I think so.
To get the shading right, so it was still an area that had to be painted.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you're having stuff glued to you and paint.
Oh.
Like, I wouldn't have a problem with paint, but you want to glue stuff where?
Right? Because they did.
So, yeah.
No, not okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I bet she really liked it. I think it was in the second movie where she got to beat herself for a good part of the movie. Alright, guys. Well, that is what we think about recasting the X-Men movie. Feel free to comment and tell us why we're right or wrong and whose version of the movie you want to see more. Mine or hers?
Mine.
Alright, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yes. My picture way better than him. You should let him know that.
Wow. So much, isn't it?
Yeah. And thank you for joining us.
Alright, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Bye!
Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's all part of the Ninja Podcast Network with all the shows featuring Ask the Angry Ninja Show, Not a Kid's Game, presented by the Angry Ninja, which is our D&D podcast, the Ninja News and Politics Show, Sports Talk with the Ninja and J-Mo, and our newest podcast, Outrageous Stories with the Ninja, featuring occasional special guests. Great shows, great stuff. If you want to reach any of us, you can go at asktheangryninja@gmail.com. You can reach us on Twitter at cman2342. You can get us on Facebook on the Ask the Angry Ninja Show Facebook page. Any of those places, if you want to support us, we appreciate that. Go to patreon.com/worstjokes. And if you join high enough tier, you'll get a free gift. And we just appreciate any support and feedback. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll holler at you later.